Imagine if we lived in a world where you can sell products that you never purchased, never have to worry about warehousing inventory, and when you get an order, someone will pack and ship your order directly to your customer. The word for that would be drop shipping. And guess what? Drop shipping is now possible in the Philippines. I'm sure many of you have thought about starting an online business, but quickly realized all of the challenges that come with it. What will I sell? Where will I warehouse the inventory? Who is going to pack and ship my orders? What if the product doesn't sell? Is my money wasted? All of the above are legitimate questions that all entrepreneurs must answer before launching their online business. Having personally faced these issues firsthand is the reason why my partners and I founded Inspire Dropshipping. Our e-commerce solution allows you to sell products without ever having to buy the inventory, worry about the warehousing, or ever touch the product in the fulfillment process. How, you may ask? If you are currently operating a Shopify store, all you need to do is download our app, submit the pertinent requirements, and wait for the risk team to approve you. Once approved, you will be given a 14-day free trial period, which will give you access to all of our product catalogs. With a few clicks of a button, you will be able to transfer those products into your store and start selling. Our team will pack and ship your orders directly to your customer via cash on delivery. Once the customer pays, we will remit the funds directly to your bank account. With our proprietary software and all of the benefits within it, you can guarantee that Inspire Dropshipping will satisfy all of your e-commerce needs, making it truly your one-stop shop. What are some of the benefits and features in the Inspire Dropshipping app? Well, let me give you a few. Real-time order tracking, so you are always in the loop. Internal revenue calculator to know your profit margins and where your expenses are going. Want to sell a product that is not in our catalog? No problem. Request a product and our team will source it from our local suppliers in the Philippines with a 24 to 48 hour turnaround time. Want creatives that convert? Easy. Request a creative within the app and have it delivered in no time. Keeping track of your financials can be a pain, so we make it easy for you. With our 14-day free trial, you have nothing to lose and a life-changing opportunity to gain. So are you ready to be inspired?
Life has become fast and busy. People have become more web savvy on internet. Video is where your customer are spending time. Video marketing is the latest trend. Video marketing is getting bigger and bigger. 95% online marketers use videos. 85% visit the website after viewing the video and make purchase decisions. Video marketing can get you more click-through rate, more exposure, more social engagement, 73% more conversion lift, and 95% more brand impact. Introducing Pinoy Ecom Vids. What we do? Video ads, graphic design, motion graphics, and product shoot. Protected deals and 100% successful deals. Here's some of our testimonials. Contact us via Facebook, email, and phone messaging or phone call.
sa package that I got. So this one is the EIKA mystery box. Oh, ang cute! This one is a high-waist bikini.
Opened my mystery box from EIKA. It's really cool because you can give your size, and then these items you don't know really what you're gonna get. It's really fun.
Oh, ito yung met ko na dress. This one is, I think it's the calling dress. Comes with a set of pajamas. Very, very comfy. So, thank you so much, EIKA.ph.
Wear these shorts as well as this nude set, and you get a surprise item. In my case, I got these fluffy bedroom slippers.
Let's unbox EIKA's mystery box in 3, 2, 1. Come and see what's inside this box sent to me.
Today we have a special mystery box from EIKA PH. And I like the design as well. It's a gold mask. Very summer vibes, very me. So you can really pair this with anything. A skirt.
A swimsuit, comfy sleepwear, and another resort wear. The mystery box is a great gift idea.
Thank you, EIKA PH, for sending this over.
Nakamute pala ako. Sayang yung energy. Ayan, again. Sorry. Again, good evening. Good evening na pala kasi afternoon tayo kanina. Good evening, everyone. And thank you again for joining us tonight. So again, today is the last day of the month. And this is also our last episode for this May interview slash webinar series. If this is your first time watching, basically, what we're doing is we're celebrating lives, we're celebrating wins, and we're celebrating journeys of these business owners who are either in the e-commerce space or their business is related to e-commerce. And again, the goal of this webinar series is to be able to, one, inspire aspiring e-com entrepreneurs to do e-commerce. The right time is now. If you've been doing e-com and you've been struggling, to inspire you to keep going, for you to be inspired by the story of these successful people, to know and get to know them personally, and of course to be able to spread good vibes. So our guest for tonight is the owner of EIKA. I hope I'm not sure if I pronounced that correct. EIKA.ph. So EIKA.ph was founded in 2014 in the heat of the summer, and it features a variety of one-piece swimwear and two-piece bikini sets. And they also have exclusive summer-inspired pieces, which you can pack on your next tropical vacation. And as you can see, I think medyo from swimwear, may lingerie na din sila. And just to share, this is their Facebook page, EIKA Swimwear. You can also follow them in Instagram. In Facebook alone, this page has 335, if I'm not mistaken, 335 followings. So that only means that this is definitely a trusted brand. And their website is, of course, eika.ph. And you can see, yan, this is what I was saying. From a swimwear, now they have loungewears, and they also have lingerie. So we'll get to find out and learn about the story of Eika through our guest tonight, who is the owner of eika.ph. And the name of the brand was ano tawag dito, tinanggal lang yung letter R dun sa name niya. So our guest for tonight is Erika, the owner of EIKA Swimwear. How are you tonight, Erika?
Hi! Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Dahil mong energy. Sabi ko nga sa'yo kanina, galing mo pa sa live. So, go!
Oo, ganun talaga. Monday di ba? Kumbaga parang the start of the week. So, kailangan energetic for the start of the week. But it's quite ironic because it's the last day of the month and you are technically my last episode for this month. So again, Erika, thank you so much for gracing me with your time. And we're very excited to find out about the story of your business journey. So my very first question for you, Erika, is who was Erika before you became a business owner?
I became a business owner very, very young. I've said this before, but I'll tell it again to you guys. I became a business owner at 8 years old. So, bata pa lang ako. Ang dami ko I mean, it's always been my dream to become a business woman. Kasi di ba hindi pa uso dati yung word na entrepreneur. So, I would write on my yearbook, I want to be a businesswoman when I grow up, ganyan. So, during that time, 8 years old, I think I was around grade 2 or grade 3. And I would rent out my books, Video City style, sa mga nakaka-relate dyan. So, it's Video City is a parang videotape rental store. And that's what I did, but with my books. Because I used to love reading a lot when I was a kid. So, I would rent out my books for 5 pesos a night. So yeah, I think that was my very first business at a young age of 8 years old.
What kind of books were you renting out that time? Mga Sweet Valley ba yan? Yun yung mga uso dati, mga Sweet Valley.
Yeah.
Napag-aalataan ng mga edad. Sweet Valley, mga Sweet Valley Twins, Sweet Valley High.
Comics, ganyan.
Oo. And then from there, so was EIKA your very first parang grand business venture or meron ka bang other businesses prior to that?
I think grand business venture, ito na yung parang malaki so far. But like before that, I already I had I've always sold online. So when I was in high school, I started with pre-loved clothes. I sold on Multiply. Guys, I don't know if you can relate. So, I sold on Multiply. Wala pang Facebook during that time. It was Multiply and MySpace, if I remember correctly. Then I sold my clothes there, and then eventually I found a supplier of dresses. Mga cheap dresses lang, mga 100 pesos. I would sell them for 150. O, diba, 50 pesos lang yung patong ko. And then, because I was, bata pa ako noon, I was high school. Right. And, I would, para to add to my allowance. And then, after that, my very first medyo official business was, my gosh, nahiya ako. Ngayon ko lang ito sabihin to. The name is Dainty Shop. Sobrang
Dainty Shop.
Yeah. So Multiply. And tapos from there, but then after that, I focused on college. And then when nag-start ako with my internship, I got a marketing internship at Starbucks. I was overwhelmed. I had to close the business because I had to focus on school. So, wala. Close business.
I see. So, I think yung mga talagang matagal na nag-online selling, talagang napagdadaanan na ang Multiply days, no? So, for yung mga medyo yung mga medyo kabataan dyan na hindi nyo alam mag-multiply, before po magka-Facebook, meron po munang Friendster. Pero si
Oh my
Friendster,
God,
wala
oo
siyang
nga.
marketplace, diba? Si Friendster po
Totoo.
ang kauna-unahang parang Facebook dito sa Philippines. At nung time ni Friendster, mga testimonials po ang meron. So, yun, hinihingan mo yung mga kaibigan mo, yung mga ka-Friendster mo ng testimonial about you. Parang, it's more
Patesti po.
similar to LinkedIn, diba? If you guys have a
Yes.
LinkedIn account, diba, parang your previous coworkers or your coworkers would give a testimonial about you. So, ganun po siya kay Friendster, pero on a personal, parang personal testimonial siya. So, Multiply is a similar platform, parang yan for friends or for
Yeah.
network, for connection. However, Multiply has a marketplace. So, kaya marami pong online
Yes.
sellers na nag-start. Ako, I remember I utilized Multiply way back 2009. I think nakwento ko rin yun during one of our episodes. 2009, I was pregnant then. I was, anong tawag dito, parang pinagpahinga ako sa work because lagi ako nakakatulog. Parang that was my biggest challenge when I was pregnant then. I didn't have any morning sickness or anything, pero ang kalaban ko was antok. So, since supposedly nagtatrabaho but natutulog lang palagi, so that's why parang HR decided to pahinga ka muna, parang ganyan. Napaka namin ng day shift. Because I
Correct.
was working graveyard hours that time. And then, that's when I started to utilize Multiply. Ganun din, kumbaga parang, paano ba mga binibenta nun? Parang, that time, uso yung mga Korean clothes. Yung mga
Yes,
Korean,
I
parang
also saw those.
mga Korean clothes. Tapos, ang uso pa
Yes.
nun, parang may Facebook na that time, pero bagong-bago pa lang si Facebook. Tapos, pag nagbebenta ka dati kay Facebook, ang pinaka-style mo is tinatag mo yung mga friends mo sa post mo.
Yeah.
Wala pang marketplace nun, wala pang groups. So, ganun po yung style. But yung product ko nun was coming from Multiply also. Parang I think I was reselling. Kalimutan ko na yung isang araw iniisip ko na yun. Kasi medyo uso yung Kojic soap, di ba? Parang it was similar to it but it was not Kojic. I just don't remember kung ano yung
Baji.
product. But hindi ko parang hindi rin siya AHA eh. Kasi AHA recent, parang 2018 ko natutunan ng AHA eh. Pero si Kojic matagal na. And that time, it was a whitening Arbutin ata. Parang Arbutin soap, I
Yung mga
think.
sets,
Tama
mga
yung
white
term.
sets.
Oo, mga ganun. Tapos imagine pregnant woman naka-backpack, na merong 100 pieces ng whitening soap sa
Oh
likod
my
na
gosh,
meet
go.
up. Tapos that time, meet up pa, diba? If you have a potential buyer, meet up, kaliwaan, ganon po ang online selling before. Buti ngayon may cash on delivery na. So, nakakatuwa if I get to find out yung someone na to utilize Multiply and stuff like that. So, how did you start EIKA naman? So, ano naman ang history behind EIKA?
Okay,
Or tama
so
ba? EIKA? Ano may tawag pronunciation?
Yeah, you're correct.
Okay.
I was giving you this sign at the backstage.
Sige.
So it's EIKA. It's just Erika without the R. So when I thought of that, parang, that would be a nice brand name. So it started with that, with the name. And then I thought of what to sell. I like fashion. So anything related to fashion, accessories, clothes, ganyan. I sold muna accessories. So I started with accessories. You know, yung sa Divisoria lang. Yung mga chitipay, mga minimal jewelry na fancy jewelry. Yan. But it did not click agad. Siguro mga 2 months, hindi siya bumebenta. During this time, I posted na on Instagram. Siguro that was around 2013, late 2013. It was not selling at all. I don't even remember kung ilan lang nabenta ko. As in, siguro wala pa atang 20 in the whole 2 months. And then after that, so that was late 2013, tapos early 2014, I found a swimsuit supplier. And then I thought, oh, why don't I try selling swimsuits since it's summer? And then during that time, parang inisip ko, what would make them think, what would make them buy from me? Because 'di ba, lahat naman may swimsuits, lahat naman nagbebenta. So it's all the same. So what I did was I found a swimsuit supplier. I had bikini sets. So kunyari, how many did I start with? I think I started with around 20 or 30 sets. And that time, when you wear a swimsuit kasi, girls, when you wear a swimsuit, di ba, I'm sure you guys can relate. If you wore it to the beach once or to the pool, ayaw mo na isuot ulit. Pag napicturean ka na, finish na. Right? So, what I did was, I did mix and match. That time, di pa uso yung mix and match. So, the swimsuits I bought, so I have like 20, 30 sets. So, lahat ng small size, pagsasama-sama ko ng small, lahat ng medium, lahat ng large. And then, what I thought was pretty, kunyari, yung green top, tapos white bottom, sa kabilang small size. So, minix ko siya. And then, so yun, I did that with all the sets, minix ko sila lahat. And when I posted, Instagram, hindi pa masyado uso nun. Wala pa talagang marketplace during that time. So, I was just following people. I was tagging people, strangers I don't even know. And the first time na ni-release ko siya, the first night, you know, I made the teaser na parang, oh, I'll be releasing at this time on this date, ganyan. So, lahat ng na nagpa-follow sa akin, yun lang yung nakakita. Lahat ng finalo ko. And what happened was, na-sold out agad. As in, sold out siya agad. Yeah, during, I think, mga patong ko nun, mga 100 pesos each lang. Ang effort, pero bata pa ako nito eh. Ano ba to? College. Tama ba? Yeah. Oo, mga late 4th year college. Oo. Hindi pala. Tapos na pala ako ng college nito. Basta after college, siguro mga 1 year after college. And then, after nun, I don't know, parang sabi ko, oh, I think this is good. Parang they like it, they like the mix and match. So, nagulat ako. So, with the money that I got, initially, I only used 5,000 pesos to buy my initial stock. Siyempre, medyo mahal pa yun kasi hindi pa yun yung super supplier. Parang middleman lang yung nahanap ko supplier during that time. So, 5,000 pesos. And then, I just reinvested it. And, yeah, so every week, I would upload. I would take pictures. I would upload. And during that time, diba, I had the dainty shop na store. So, I was using Send na nun. So, is Send obsolete na?
I'm not sure. I think I used them for a time also. Pero mga ano na, mga 2018. Saglit.
Oh, but since
parang saglit lang, oo.
But since I had experience with my first online shop na nag-close na, so I knew na how to ship out, how to accept bank transfer. GCash also was just starting during that time. I did not do meetups during, I don't know, hindi naman masyado, I guess, lucky lang ako sa mga customers or like tamad lang ako may pag-meet up. But yeah, and it started with that. And reinvest lang every time. I did not take any salary for myself. But at the same time, I was being sustained because I was working for my lola at the family business. So since hindi pa siya sustainable, parang side business lang siya. So I was working a full-time job at the same time. And yeah, that's how I started.
So when you started way back 2014, so mag-isa ka lang talaga.
Yes.
So as what you mentioned, diba, you were the one in contact with the supplier, you were the one taking the photos, you were also the one posting in social media. So after how long mo nakita na there's a possibility to scale the business up, and this is something that can actually be done long term?
You know, it took me a while kasi I I was scared. I was scared to jump na, to leave my job, my day job, and then to just
Mm.
go full time in the business because wala security. And I know you guys can relate. Sometimes it's really hard. But then when I was already actually ang nangyari was pinagsabay ko siya. It took me 2 years pa. 2 years before I had my first hire. And
Mm.
so when I had my first hire, kasi it's time to hire when you can do everything na and you have the money na to pay for your hire, right? And so I had that first hire, but I was also still working at my job. So parang ang ginawa ko lang, pinasa ko lang sa kanya lahat ng gagawin ko. Hindi ko pa rin let go yung job ko. But then, and then during that time, uso pa yung mga bazaars. So, nagbabazar pa kami. So, may part-time hire din ako during that time, yung taga-bazar lang, taga-tindera, ganyan. Because I love her so much. And, ano ba? Ayun, and then after that, 1 year after, nung nagkaroon ako ng first hire, that was the time na I decided na I'm gonna quit my job na because, thank you so much, Lola, because I knew that I wanted to grow the business na talaga. And it was parang the moment na I decided na I want to grow the business, I mean, intentionally grow the business, that was the only time that it grew. Parang during that time na my mindset was, the first 2 years na my mindset was, oh, it's just a side job, I'm just gonna do it part-time, ganyan. It was not flourishing as much kasi I was already limiting my mindset.
Correct.
So yun. So parang I think it's a matter din of mindset. If you put your head into it na, no, I wanna grow this talaga. Dedicated na ako dito. So that's the time na it will grow or whatever it is na you willed yourself to do.
Correct. So how hard was it deciding to do business full time?
It was hard because security wise, I was scared. Also, just so you guys know why it was harder for me, just a bit of a background. Sabay tayo actually, Mary, noong 2009, I was also pregnant during that time. And I was in college. I was second year college during that time. So, syempre, so by the time I was 2014, I had my full-time job with my lola. I had a baby already. So parang for me to just go full-time into the business, it was really hard.
Yeah.
Kasi if it fails, anong papakain ko sa baby ko? Right? So, yun. So parang ang hirap because if I did not decide to go full-time, it also did not grow as much as I wanted. But then, if I did, at the other side, hindi ko pa rin naman alam kung mag-grow siya.
Right. So thank you for sharing that, no? Kasi I asked that because I worked in a corporate. I was in a corporate doing corporate work for 12 years prior to doing business. And ako naman on my end, I was a breadwinner and I was an only child to my mom. Though my dad kasi he has another family. Though if I need financial help naman, my dad is there. But usually I only ask for help pag mga major yung mga malakihang problema na. So, kumbaga parang, that's why I don't utilize him too much. Kumbaga pag super emergency lang. So, kumbaga parang ako ever since I started working, I got so used to doing things on my own with supporting my mom. And then I had a son. So, I had a son 2010, but he was a special child. So, the time na parang I was thinking of, okay, should I shift to doing business full time? It was really hard because of, other than the security and the stability, Kumbaga parang iba kasi yung sumisweldo ka ng every 15th and 30th na regardless of how your performance is at work, you're expecting this.
Nakatulog-tulog pa.
Oo. Kumbaga you're expecting this income compared to doing
Yeah.
business. Number one, it's your money is the one that's involved. Wala ka namang sisweldohin or kumbaga ikaw ang magpapasweldo sa sarili mo and hindi
Sarili
ka pa
mo.
100% sure if the business would really do well and would compensate for what you were earning before. Kasi I think that's one of the biggest struggles talaga ng mga those who are employed, they're actually doing business part-time just to parang testing the waters, no? But as you guys heard from Erika, na kumbaga parang since kumbaga parang her mindset was not 100%, even despite all the efforts that she has given for EIKA during that time, but apparently kumbaga parang the business wasn't really flourishing as much since kumbaga she's focused on two things, her full-time job and partly the business.
Yeah.
So that's why, I mean, if you guys are really serious in building a business or even building a brand, building a company, kailangan 100% talaga yung 100% talaga yung focus. And sabi nga nung guest natin kanina, si Steve C, um, for a business owner, you need to be a risk taker. So I think especially for those who come from employment, going full-time business, it's really a risk. Kasi ako that time parang for me I call it a leap of faith. Kasi parang one
Yeah.
day na lang ba, biglang one day pumasok ako sa office tapos kasi parang ilang months na akong that time, parang ilang months na akong nag-iisip na should I quit, should I stay, should I quit, should I stay, parang gano'n. And then one
Mm-hmm.
day, bigla na lang parang siguro it was God's way or something. I don't know. Siguro if that day did not happen, I don't think we would even be talking talking right now. But parang one day pumasok na lang ako tapos sabi ko parang ayoko na. Parang bigla bang nasusuka ako. Parang nasusuka ako doon sa work. Tapos kinausap ko na lang yung manager ko. Sabi ko, I have to do it today. Sabi ko talaga, I have to do it today. Because if I don't do it today, hindi na naman, parang hindi na naman, mag-iiba na naman yung isip ko. And everyone was shocked. Even my manager. Because my manager was even asking me, are you sure? Baka kailangan mo ng pag-isipan. Sabi ko, hindi, matagal ko na siyang pinag-iisipan. And if I
Anong
don't do it
nakain mo?
now, oo, totoo, as in ganun talaga siya. Tapos the following day, ayun na, wala na. Biglang iba na yung mundo. So it was really a risk that had to be taken. So my next question for you is how come from the time that you started EIKA and from the time that you did left your full-time job, how come you did not give up on EIKA and did not create a new brand?
because I was already earning money. And I love swimsuits. I love the idea of mixing and matching. And during that time, kasi matagal na rin kami, di ba, during that time. I
Right.
mean, it wasn't, it may not be a lot, but syempre, it was like my first na mas successful na business as compared to the other one. And we already had a following. So parang love ko na sila
Correct.
lahat because they're like inaabangan talaga nila yung mga release ng mga swimsuits and they'd always send us photos of how they wear it, how they look with it, na happy sila, ganyan. So parang na-attach na ako and with my brand, with my customers, but at the same time, diba, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Agree. Completely agree with that. Was it challenging to selling swimwear only?
It was pre-pandemic, it was not. Kasi,
Mm-mm.
syempre, our country is a very tropical country. So parang all year round summer naman. Although our December, our ano ba, peak months are syempre summer, hindi Christmas, 'di ba?
Uh-uh.
And then parang all the other days are like normal months lang. But eto, during this pandemic, it was a struggle, my gosh. Because
Mm-mm,
no one's
mm-mm.
going out, no one
Exactly.
no one's wearing swimsuits, no one's going anywhere. So during that time, I remember last year nung nag-lockdown, so
Uh-uh.
kailan ba yun, March? That was around March or April. So we were closed for 1 month. But then
Mm-mm.
during that time, parang, oh no, anong papasweldo ko sa team ko? During that time,
Mm-mm.
we were 5 people. Ano ba sweldo ko sa kanila? I mean, if it were me, I can maybe live off my savings for a few more months. Syempre, hindi ko alam
Yes.
hanggang kailan yung pandemic during that time, di ba? But
Correct.
I felt responsible for my people. Parang, paano sila? Paano naman sila? So,
Right.
we had materials, we had resources, and then also yung mga mananahin namin are on standby.
Mm-mm.
So we made face masks. So
Mm.
I believe we were also one of the first ones who offered face masks online. Na parang,
Mm.
kasi during that time, halted pa yung mga couriers, halted
Ah.
everything eh. Walang nagpapadeliver, walang ganyan. Tapos yung Lala Move, ang hirap, yung mga Grab, wala. During this time yung pandemic, yung kakastart lang, lahat hindi pa alam anong gagawin. So what we did was, we hired our own riders, tapos sila na yung nagpadala lahat ng orders namin. So the first, nung nag-reopen kami, I'm getting ahead of myself, but nag-reopen kami ng website, tapos on the first day, pinost ko yung mga face masks, and then nobody was buying. Walang pumapansin. Sabi ko, no, what did I do? Parang, dapat di na lang ako nag-open. Parang, ano ba yan?
Ah.
Wala naman kaming ginagawa. And then the next day, ayun na, nagulat kami. Because like, daming umorder. And usually what we were getting was, syempre lahat, wala pang face mask noon. So, mamadali sila lahat. So parang, can you
Ah.
deliver agad? So lahat rush, lahat nagmamadali, lahat gusto. So yun, and then, so we did that. Since we have the resources, we have the manpower, we did the face mask. We produced our own face mask. And then, towards fast forward towards the latter part of last year, or middle part of last year, syempre, everybody else followed suit. May mga face masks na din sila. Mas marami na rin
Mm.
Ayan, naka-sale na yung face mask natin. Guys,
Oo.
buy to get one free. So,
Ah.
what do you call this? Fast forward so the masks weren't selling as much because everybody had it already. Syempre, reusable naman yan, di naman siya nawawala. And other sellers followed suit. So what we did naman was, we had, yung loungewear. Because people were at home, wala pa rin silang pupuntahan. And I think the brand, when we were able to sell a lot of face masks, I think it was clear to me that we had a brand, that people knew us, that people trusted us. That's why parang from swimwear, bumili sila ng face
Right.
mask. Hindi sila what do you call it? They didn't have second thoughts on buying because they already trusted our brand since 2014 pa. So there, and then after that, we offered loungewear because we had to pivot. That's what can sell right now, but it's still it's still fashion. It's still EIKA. It's so cute and pretty. You still feel good when you wear it.
Yes.
So, yan.
That's right. Because actually, that was supposed to be my follow-up question. No, na, kumbaga parang given that, of course, it's a swimwear. Yung parang sabi nga natin, sabi mo nga kanina na Like us here, kumbaga parang when women go to the beach, kung ilang araw yan nasa beach, ganun din kadami yung bathing suit or
Swimsuit.
yung swimwear
Sometimes
na
I'm
sabi
two.
mo, oo, pag napicturean na, the following day, iba na. Or kailangan may iba-ibang, minsan isang araw lang, pero madaming baon na swimwear for the photo taking. So,
Yes,
kumbaga
for the
parang
gram.
since Oo, correct. And kumbaga, with the pandemic, what was greatly affected was tourism, traveling. So definitely affected talaga yung niche mo. And it's good to know that, and I think that's one thing that, a lot of business owners should really learn na innovation, 'di ba? I think that's one reason why even some of the top brands or even the big companies closed down
Mhm.
kasi they're not open to innovating. But like with you,
Yeah.
as what you shared, and as what we can see, diba? Kumbaga parang because your edge was, your brand was known already. Kumbaga parang you were able to establish that the brand itself. And it shows naman in the following itself na in Instagram, you have over 72,000 followers, and in Facebook alone, 'di ba, 300 um almost 335,000. My God, that's a huge following. So kumbaga parang yun yung edge mo, 'di ba? And kumbaga parang hindi mo sinayang yung kumbaga parang you didn't, kasi may mga business owners na hindi masisira yung brand ko if I do, or if I transition to another other products na hindi yun yung niche ko before. A lot of businesses would I mean, some business owners would think that way, na hindi, ito yung following ko, my following only wants swimwear, and baka mamaya if I open these new things, mas masira yung pangalan ko. But with you, kumbaga parang you used your following to, okay, the brand is known, I have a strong following, they know the quality of my brand. Sige, let's start with the masks, and then biglang shift to loungewear. And I think it's a very smart idea, no? Especially the loungewear, since people are always at home. 'Di ba? Yun naman, baliktad
Yeah.
naman. Kumbaga parang ngayon, nasa bahay na sila palagi. So why not, 'di ba? Parang be fashionable with your loungewear, or with yung
With your
pambahay, 'di ba?
pambahay. Yeah.
Correct. Really,
So what
really
happened
nice.
nga? What happened nga was baliktad because I saw you showed our video na we're breaking
Oo.
up. So what happened
Oo.
was we're now separating EIKA Swimwear into EIKA Loungewear and EIKA Loungewear because
Okay.
nagkaroon na rin ng sariling following yung loungewear, nagkaroon na rin sila ng sariling customer base. So we're just separating those social media accounts, pero they're still gonna order on the same website. Para lang at least yung post, diba, sa swimwear and sa lounge,
Right.
mas consistent lang siya. And it would look prettier dun sa Instagram, sa social media, para if they want more loungewear, self-care, mental health, yan. Diyan yan lahat sa loungewear. And then swimwear would be all about body positivity, all about, loving yourself. Ayan. So that's what we did. And sorry, I'd like to add lang with regards to learning how to pivot and to adapt. Grabe, I just want to share with you guys na I prepared for summer last year, as in super prepare, lahat ng money ko all in sa swimsuit stock.
Ay,
So, when we did the first batch of face masks, I had to borrow money from my mom. Kasi as in, ganun ako ka-all in. Sabi ko, sige, we're gonna grow big this summer. Lahat ng swimsuits. And then biglang, oops, pandemic. Buti na lang hindi nabubulok yung mga swimsuits. We're able to sell them now.
Totoo.
Yeah, but yan, so parang wala. Ano talaga, it was really a big risk. We didn't know if it was gonna sell, and I didn't know if I was gonna pay back my mom. But buti na lang, it was a good idea thanks to our audience. So it's really nice to build a good following, a loyal following, because they will go with you. with your wherever you go?
So, I think, I think hindi lang naman, I think a lot of businesses also had the same, kasi wala, I mean, it's our first time experiencing the pandemic, di ba? Kumbaga parang no one knew that it was gonna be that bad. Or kumbaga parang no one knew that it would stay that long, or I mean, diba, parang just like now, diba? Kumbaga, before last year we thought that 2021 would be a better year, or like COVID cases would be less, but apparently the cases this year are worse. So I think parang one of the things that but the pandemic also taught us is be ready for anything. And at the same time, do not over prepare for something. Kasi like for ecom naman, no, especially for ecom players, which was shared by one of our guests last time. Usually we prepare heavily for December. Kasi kumbaga ever like ako, we started ecom 2018, so kumbaga sa 2 year 2018, 2019. So consistent naman siya. But apparently, ibang-iba ang 2020 na December. Kumbaga parang sobrang hina ng sales, the buying powers super low. So I think that's one of the things that pandemic, has taught business owners na just be ready for be ready for anything and try to forecast as well. But yun nga, I mean, of course, for you, who would have expected, since pandemic was March, technically April, technically March pa lang, parang summer na, 'di ba?
Actually,
Technically,
yeah,
kumbaga parang
March
start
people
of
were
year pa
already
lang, 'di ba?
buying.
Kumbaga parang technically pag start of the year, kumbaga pag patapos ng taon, Pasko, start of the year, ang major events is Valentine's, and then next to that is summer vacation na talaga. So kumbaga imagine I could just imagine your preparation with the potential sales, given that kumbaga, before, when the pandemic happened, was parang almost the same months na nung technically parang start na ng summer for purchases. So hopefully naman nakabawi ka na din
Yeah,
from
okay na.
from that.
Okay na tayo dyan.
Good. And sabi mo nga, at
Buti
least
na
the
lang.
advantage is hindi siya perishable, 'di ba? Kumbaga parang hindi man siya nabenta ngayon, mabebenta pa din. And I think with the boom of TikTok, kasi pag nagtitingin ako ng TikTok, 'di ba? Kumbaga parang with the boom of TikTok, even if traveling is not allowed, I think people would still buy swimwear for their TikTok videos. So kumbaga parang that's also a potential market. So it's also good na you want to have your loungewear to have its own identity as well when it comes to social media. So what would you say, since you've been saying, kumbaga parang your edge is the following that you have. So what do you think, or sorry. So what tips can you give for business owners to have a strong following for their social media pages naman?
Okay. I think it's good to know who your audience is. Define your audience. Like, mag-specify ka talaga ng tao. Sino ba siya? Anong itsura niya? Anong age niya? Ano yung mga gusto niya, interest, ganyan. And then, create content that your following would want to see. Kasi ngayon, people, parang sell. It doesn't work na as much na puro benta-benta na lang. Parang alam na, with so much ads out there, alam na nila na, binibentahan na naman ako nito. But when you give them value, when you show them that you care, parang I think it will also make them love your brand more, and nabubulal ako. That strengthens your bond with your audience. Even if they don't buy from you immediately, basta may, alam mo yun, may connection, may relationship. Parang, kumbaga, parang paano ba maging friends, di ba, ang isang tao. So, parang ganon. So, like, treat them as your friends. And then, eventually, when the right time comes na they want to purchase something, you'll be top of mind. They'll remember, oh, I want to buy swimsuit. I remember this brand na they post nice stuff that, that gives me value, ganyan. And, also, you can tell them more about yourself behind the brand. That's why we share with our audience behind the scenes, and then we also have mga outreach, or like during the height of the pandemic, we also gave out face masks, and we let them know na every purchase that they have, parang they help other people as well. So, we're doing it for a cause, and we're really doing it not just to get sales, guys. Hindi, wag naman tayong maging, let's do outreach kasi sabi ni Erika, makakabenta tayo. No, syempre you're gonna do it from the bottom of your heart, di ba?
Yes,
but,
correct.
that helps kasi in letting them know if you're gonna do something like that, if you're gonna support something for a cause, you let them also know. And you let them know about your brand, about yourself, para naman they know na tao ka, ganyan, na sino yung sinusupport nila. Especially nowadays na it's really nice na people want to support local more nowadays.
Yes.
Parang tulong-tulungan lang tayo lahat.
Yes, correct. That's right. Actually, like for us, since we have a drop shipping service, it's one of the that's one of the things that was parang mentioned by one of my guests, Gina B. Ramos, na kasi like us with drop shipping, we usually utilize China products or Divisoria products. So parang she opened me to the idea na why not, reach out to these like say like people who create their own products or any other local brands that are open to drop shipping naman. So that's actually one of my goals naman for the upcoming months. And I'm actually starting in Bicol ba? Or Albay, I think. Because like diba they're known for weaving, they're known for baskets.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
But that was actually, kaya I like talking to business owners kasi biglang nagkakaroon ako ng idea. And that was shared by Gina. And it was shared during my interview with her. So, kaya very, gusto ko talagang may diba? Out of the blue, yung live lang, personal sharing, tapos biglang, okay, sige, bigla ako nagkaroon ng nagka-aha moment ako through what she shared. And sabi mo, diba, I completely agree with you na, diba, kumbaga parang if you do things that are unselfish, if your business does something unselfish, you will reap rewards out of it. But kung yun nga, sabi mo kanina na you want to, kumbaga just make sure na if you do the charity work, it's not because you want to generate sales, but it's because you want to be able to help. It will not give you that goal that you want. So Erika, how do you keep yourself motivated? And what are the things that keeps you doing to achieve your goals?
How do I keep myself motivated? I think I don't like kasi na parang hanggang dito lang. Ano ba to? I don't like na parang I always wanna be better than myself. Parang if I always evaluate myself last year, where was I? What was I doing? How did the business look like? So, parang from there, okay, what can I do this year to improve that? Ano yung one step, ano yung next level for me? So parang I'm not, I don't know if that I'm not contented with just this one. Kasi I know na I think I've learned na parang it's my talent talaga to
Mm.
to build a business. Parang parang yun nga, gaya nga ng sabi ko, bata pa lang ako. I want to be a businesswoman. Parang yun na talaga, I feel like I'm destined to do business forever. And why am I doing my business? Why am I doing business? Because goal ko talaga is really to be able to give back to other people, to help other people. Because, syempre, with money, it's a tool to help other people. Parang, paano ako makaka-help ng other people if I don't have the financial capacity to help them? Yes, I know you can do outreach work, or you can, parang go to places. Pero parang, that's not my talent. I'm so sorry. Parang hindi ko siya talent. My talent is, parang to grow something, and then yung fruit nun, yun yung maibibigay ko sa kanila. So parang I think that's how I am able to achieve my goal. And just knowing also na parang even my team na they tell me na nag-grow sila, that they learned something new from last year, marunong na silang ganito and yan. Parang from there, parang natutuwa ako na parang, wow, I'm able to impart something to them. I'm able to help them better themselves as well, diba? Pero syempre, it's not all me. It's also because of their work. But just the thought na what you're doing is also helping other people become better, and also helping other people to wait, overwhelm ako. Basta yun. I can go on and on about it, but basically, I really want people to, I really want to be able to help people to be their best. That's why with my team then, parang if like hindi sila swak dun sa job na I place them. Like before, sorry, side kwento, meron akong taga-fulfill lang ng order, nagpapack lang siya, and then biglang sabi niya, naririnig niya na may mga nagsisales. So parang, ma'am, pwede ko bang itry mag-sales? And he's a boy, and he wants to sell swimsuits, ha? He's a boy, and hindi siya fashionable. So like, okay, sige. Pero parang in his heart, gusto niya daw magbenta. Okay, sige, fine. And then sabi ko, pero pag hindi it doesn't work, sige, you can go back to packing orders. So, yun. So, from there, nag-try siya, and then he flourished there, and then nag-stay na siya doon. So, parang, parang I don't wanna force him to hindi, magpaka lang forever. Kasi that's not what will make him grow. And dun siya nag-flourish dun sa other thing, which is good kasi he was also vocal in telling me na, I wanna try this position. So, yun. So, parang small things like that, natutuwa ako.
I think that's really nice, no? I mean, the fact that, that employee of yours was open to you that I want to do this. So, kumbaga parang, one, it shows the kind of leadership that you have. And at the same time, yun nga, kumbaga parang you did not put him in a box and made him stay there, na kumbaga, you gave him a chance with, kumbaga parang at least you set expectations. So, sige, I'll give you a chance, but if things don't work, then you'll just go back to your previous task. And I think siguro nakikita niya, siguro parang, I mean, I actually admire yung mga ganong staff, no, na parang they want to try other things. Siguro they feel na, I can do that, diba? And I think the fact that you actually gave him the chance, tapos sabi mo nga, he flourished there, is because nakita niya din that you had confidence in him. Because even if, diba, technically you don't know yet if it's either he would make it or not. Even if you were not sure that he would be able to make it, the fact that you actually gave him the chance gave him the confidence na, okay, I was given a chance and I'm gonna prove that I can do this. Kaya nakapag-flourish siya. And I think parang, as what you were sharing, na what keeps you motivated is by improving who you were before. So, kumbaga parang your biggest competition is you, and how you do that is by making sure that you improve who you were before, and that's good. Kasi diba may mga iba, they always look at other people na I want to beat that person, I want to beat that. But I think it's always better to look at parang always self-reflect and see, sino ba? Parang who was I? O parang ano ba yung nagagawa ko before? And always work on how you were before, and always making your products or your services or even your ano tawag dito, say your leadership skills or your management skills better compared to before. Because I think it's always good to be a better version of ourselves as we go along compared to comparing us with other people, because we all have different strengths, we all have different opportunities, and it's always good to improve who we are compared to what we were
Yeah,
before.
agree.
Who has diba? Who has been your greatest inspiration and why?
My greatest inspiration is my Lola. She's not working na anymore because she's old now. But everything growing up, I think because of her talaga. I don't remember na exactly what happened or what, but I just always remember her na, running her own business and, doing things her way on her own time. Parang during that time, gusto ko rin yun on my own time.
Mm.
Yun pala, hindi talaga nung kadali. But it's really my Lola because, she started from nothing also. Parang kinayod niya talaga yun lahat. And, she had four daughters, and I don't know what else to say, but yeah, parang when I was young, parang I wanna be like that. I wanna work. I didn't think it was working hard that back then. Kasi akala ko, I'll just work on my own time. I will just work during the evening because I don't want to wake up early. But yeah, nagulat na lang
Ayan.
ako.
How old is Lola? How old is your Lola na?
She is 80. Oh my gosh, Lola, I'm so sorry. Early 80s or late 70s. I'm not sure. But I know she's definitely past 60 na. Somewhere there.
Somewhere there. Ayan.
Kasi
So, thank
ayaw
you
niya
for
na rin
Lola's
sinasabi yung age
inspiration.
niya eh. After 60, wala nang age. Ageless.
60 forever. They're 60
Yeah.
forever na. What would you say are the top 3 skills needed to be a successful business owner?
Top 3 skills. I think you have to be effective. So I know people always say you have to work efficiently, ganyan. But then, parang meron kasi mga tao na parang pag wala silang ginagawa, they feel like pag hindi sila busy, they're not working as hard. But sometimes you can work effectively. Effectively meaning you work ng productive but efficient na. Sometimes kasi you can just delegate your tasks. So parang ano yung pwede mong gawin na in the least amount of time na you're na most productive. Whether it's hiring other people to do it, to delegate kung sino man yung expert sa whatever task it is, or just focusing on whatever na mas magaling ka. So that is the one. Parang hindi kasi pwede na alam mo yan, other people parang, I'm just always working. But then, ano yung ginagawa nila? Wala, parang ang laki na ng business nila, sila pa rin yung nagpapack. Pero feel nila busy sila kasi they're still working, right? So yeah. And you have to be persistent on your, may gusto ko sabihin. You have to be persistent on whatever your goal is. Don't lose sight of it. Focus on your goal. Know what you want to happen. And this one, I kind of learned medyo late na. You have to plan and strategize. Because I think the reason why my business was not growing before, di ba nga sabi ko sa'yo, like, nung first 2 years, parang, ito lang yung, I didn't really plan for the business as much. So, parang, ang nangyari is, I was just coursing through, bahala na, let's do whatever, kung ano today, ganyan. But iba kasi yung pagpaplanuhan mo. Like, for example, we will plot sales on this date, ganyan. We'll do campaigns on ganito, ganito. So, it's important to know yung goals mo, yung plans mo, para at least whatever it is you're doing, lahat goes towards whatever the plan is, whatever the goal is. And then everything else is just, everything else na ginagawa mo na hindi important can just be delegated to somebody else. Tatlo ba yun? Baka more than 3 yung sinabi ko. I-bullet point mo na lang.
Thank you for that. So far, nakatatlo. Okay lang yun, that's fine. So far, what has been your, what is your favorite aspect of being an entrepreneur?
I think right now, I like being able to solve the problems that come. Parang there's this sense of satisfaction na something's not working, and then what I do kasi I build systems around it para mag-work siya better. If less people, if we can automate it better. So, I think my favorite aspect talaga is, solving those little problems in a way na, yung always kasi you'll have this aha moment when you really think about it,
Right.
na, oh my gosh, I can't think of a specific problem right now. Siguro, it's so funny. But I think it's more about delegating. My most recent problem kasi is yung payroll. So, I know there are automatic payroll systems right there in the cloud, but it doesn't work for us kasi ang iba-iba yung may part-time, may hindi part-time, may ibang, basta iba. It doesn't fit whatever systems are there. So, ang ginawa ko is, nag-hire na lang ako ng ibang tao para gumawa ng payroll. But she's only gonna do it on twice a month lang. And she's just gonna do everything because it takes up so much of my time. And I feel like it's not productive for me to do. Kasi it's, compute ka lang ng payroll, parang paulit-ulit lang naman yon. So, para in order to free my mind to think of other problems, never-ending problems, diba? At least ito, delegate na natin yun sa iba. So, I think the problem-solving aspect of being an entrepreneur is a love-hate relationship. But but I think it's a favorite.
That's nice. Thank you for sharing that. My last question for you, Erika, is if you were to write a book about yourself, how would you name it and why?
Ang hirap naman yan. My gosh. Ang hirap naman ito.
Or kunyari, i-guess ka ni Charo Santos Concho sa MMK. Ano ang title ng episode mo? If we base it on business journey, based on business journey.
I think it has to be, I can't think of a specific title, but I think it has to be something about parang making the dream of my 8-year-old self come true in the future. Something along those lines. Mga clickbait title, isip na lang tayo next time. Clickbait talaga. Isip na lang tayo next time. Pero something along there.
Kumbaga the story of that 8-year-old girl that she was able to she was able to nagawa niya yung dream niya nung 8 years old siya and made it possible through EIKA.ph. Ayan. So thank you so much for gracing us with your time tonight, Erika. Medyo nalilito. Napapa-Erika ako sa Erika. For gracing us with your time. And thank you for sharing with us your personal side, and also sharing with us the history of EIKA. So again, guys, if you want to follow Erika and her brand, again, the website is it's eika.ph. It's available in Instagram, in Facebook. It's Eika Swimwear. Though she did, pero yung pinaka name din ng parang ano ba yun? Yung Facebook name is also eika.ph. Teka, show ko pala ulit. So again, this is the website. So hindi lang sila swimwear. There's also loungewear, and as what she mentioned, the the lounge, tama ba, loungewear or lingerie? The loungewear and then the swimwear will be
Loungewear.
two separate social media accounts, but it's still under one website, which is ika.ph. So this is their Facebook page. I just don't have the screenshot of the Instagram, but it's also that aka.ph lang din in Instagram. So if you would want to also purchase swimwears, 'di ba? Ano na ba ngayon? GCQ na ba? Ano ba yung maluwag? Ano ba yung pwedeng mag-travel? Minsan nakakalito na eh. Hindi ko na alam kung ano ba
Hindi
yung
ko na rin
pwedeng
alam.
mag-travel. Parang kasi I was supposed to go to Boracay last this month. Hindi siya natuloy kasi other than nag ECQ, tapos nag-MC, yun, at ang pinakamahigpit ata is ECQ, tapos MCQ is the next one. GCQ yung nakaka-travel. Pero the flight itself was canceled. So sabi ko, sige, siguro
Mm.
in 2 months or 3 months. But yun nga, if
Pero,
any one of you, yes, sorry, you were saying.
guys, within the bubble, if you're in Metro Manila, alam ko yung sa NCR Plus, so you can go to Cavite, Laguna, tama ba? Yun may mga kasama sa NCR
Oo,
Plus,
yung
Rizal.
Greater Metro Manila. Yung Greater Metro
Mm-mm.
Manila na tinawag ng NCR Plus.
Yan. Pwede sila mag-travel to there.
Oo. Tsaka may mga nakita na ako ng mga nagpo-post na nagpupunta mga beach like Batangas. So I think it's, if you want to travel, but of course, with safety precautions and guidelines para hindi po tayo maging positive. Ayan. So I think, 'di ba, take advantage habang pwedeng mag-travel, 'di ba? And take advantage, pero hindi, kanina parang umulan eh. Kahapon umulan din. Pero take advantage of the sun, 'di ba? And start buying na your swimwear. So just go to aka.ph for swimwears, and at the same time for for nightwear or yung mga pambahay, you can also purchase from their website. So again, Erica, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for gracing us and giving me the opportunity to get to know you and for the audience to get to know you as well on a personal level. Thank you for ending my May interview series. So guys, as I mentioned earlier, we will continue this interview series for June, but we will start on June 7th. And so this coming week, tsaka ko ipapublish yung mga guests natin for the inspiration series. So again, Erica, thank you for your time.
Thank you
For
so
everyone
much.
who watched, I hope that you guys learned something from Erica today, and I hope that you were inspired by her story. So it's not impossible to yung dreams natin while we're young, if talagang, 'di ba, kasi 'di ba usually I think yun yung ano ng mga kids, ewan ko nowadays, no, pero before, 'di ba, like some would dream na I wanna be a fireman, I wanna be a doctor, I wanna be a lawyer, pero hindi nila natutupad yun pag lumalaki. But at least with you, 'di ba, it shows na as long as we support our kids or the children with what they want to end up in the future, it is very possible for them to make that dream come true. And Erika Rodica is a testament to that. Ayan. So again, thank you, Erika. Thank you, everyone. Guys, enjoy the rest of the evening. Stay home, Stay safe, guys. COVID is real. Please stay safe and stay home. Enjoy the rest of the evening. I'll see you guys next week. Enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you again, Erica. Goodbye,
Bye.
everyone. Bye bye.